All right. Welcome to Breakout Racing League Tier 5, Round 15 at Circuit of the Americas tonight. I am your host, Unsighted Port, joined by Kieran Wright in the commentary booth for this race tonight. As a couple drivers going out on track to start their qualifying session. 18-minute qualifying session tonight, followed by a 28-lap race. Safety cars are fairly common around here. And we'll have to see what the drivers can bring tonight. As the first person out on track is the house of Kieran Evans right now, not to be confused with my colleague. Let's see, Constructors' Championship. Ferrari are currently in the lead of the Constructors' Championship and can wrap it up tonight if they outscore their rivals of McLaren by 19 points. Speaking of McLaren, the McLaren of Marlin here is your current championship leader. He is leading by 20 points in the championship, but does not have enough to wrap it up tonight, so you'll have to catch us next week at Mexico to see if he can wrap up the Drivers' Championship there. But like I said, as for tonight, it is Ferrari versus McLaren in the Team Championship. This is a fun track to do.
Apparently, the guys on chat can't see any gameplay.
That's not one. Alright, let's try it now.
There we go.
I thought I'd update it. Alright, that is my bad there. And Tyrrell Stick has retired. I'm not sure if he's serving a quali ban or just deciding to retire for the race.
I'm going to assume with where the retirement took place, with it being in the pits, I'd assume it was a quali ban.
Yep.
And he's just coming down the end of the DRS straight now. No invalidations just yet, which is very, very nice to see.
So far, only about 5 drivers on the medium tire. The medium tire is the best race tire around here, but there's a pretty large delta in qualifying. It is 1.3 seconds slower than the soft tire. So these drivers are going to have to set quite a lap on mediums if they want to stay competitive. As Kieran comes up to the line, keeps it nice and tidy with a 132.571.
Money has invalidated, so Money's lap will not count.
Looks like Money's gonna go for a second lap there. And the Racing Point of the Larson fan starting his lap now. The Williams of Tito on a fairly good lap. He's on the medium tire as he comes through the final corner. And with a 33.0, so that's 0.3 better than the other medium tire runner of Shredder so far. Kieran, what's your prediction for pole? Let's get him in now. I'm gonna go a 131.0. And it's out
the tweaking's already come that one out the window.
Alright.
With what tweaking's just hit there, I'm going to be honest, I think it's going to be... I'm going to go 130.5.
Alright, 130.5. We'll have to see if yours is a bit more reasonable than mine. As the McLaren of Marlin there up in P2 sets a 131.9 on the medium tire. So significantly faster than the next medium tire runner, down in 5th place.
It Stig's in chat. Stig saying not a quali ban, just playing it safe, not trying to rack up any more super license points.
Alright. Stig electing to start from the back, see if he can avoid all the turn 1 drama that will be inevitable.
Money goes P2 with a 131.275. Looking nice
Yeah,
and good
so
for the
Ferrari
Ferrari.
1-2 right now. Yeah, that's looking good for them.
Redeemer is out on an outlap as we speak, though, so we'll see whether Redeemer can get himself up into the thick of it.
And that is a good point from Noodle in the chat. Money has set his fastest lap on 2-lap-old tires versus just 1. The softs here can only really go about 9 or 10 laps before they really die off in the race. So that extra lap, if he can't improve, might come back to haunt him.
It could well do, and then on the flip side though, it could also then force the Ferrari strategy, because it would then sort of force Money into coming into the pits a lap earlier than Tweaking would.
That's a good point.
Could then also play into Ferrari's hands, and you would then negate the worry of a potential double stack.
Yep. Is anyone on a lap right now?
A Redeemer has invalidated.
Redeemer invalidated.
Larson fan is coming through sector 3 now, still on a hot lap.
A 101.8 split after sector 2. Not bad. You want to be closer to a 101 flat. Let's see what he can come through. Keeps it nice and tidy there. Third gear through the final corner. That's about right. And a 31.8. So P4 for Larson fan. That's a decent lap.
Again, interestingly low. 2-lap-old soft tyres by Larson fan as well. Did the same thing as Money.
Yep, and there's a very close fight there between Marlon and Boosted. Boosted in the Mercedes, they're going only a couple hundredths fast, or couple hundreds slower than Marlon. But Tweaking, they're kind of known for his pole position bankers. We'll have to see if he improves on that, and if Money, Marlon, or Redeemer can crucially bring that fight to him.
Interestingly, Tweaking's coming back out. Maybe Tweaking is slightly concerned about how close Money actually is to him.
Yep, and he's probably also
And Money has also come out
worried about what Redeemer is. Redeemer goes purple through sector 1.
Ooh,
but he gets quite the snap.
Big snap.
So that's going to be that lap gone. Man, that's a shame for Redeemer. He's halfway through the session now, and yet only one of 3 drivers to not set a lap yet.
And the other 2 drivers are Brembo and Victor, both still in the pits, haven't actually come out yet at all. Interesting to see that quite a few of these guys that set lap times on mediums are now coming back out on softs.
Yep, probably.
Well,
if their medium lap isn't good enough for the top 10, then there's no point in doing that.
You've got Marlon there though with the 31.9, currently in 5th place. Set that on a medium, so was able to do the alternate strategy, but Marlon is out on soft tires.
We'll have to see whether Marlon prioritizes track position or the alternate strategy here.
Be very interesting indeed, but I mean, looking at the standings as they are at the moment, these timing screens, it's very much advantage Ferrari.
Yep, as Tweaking is starting his lap. We're right on board with the Ferrari of Tweaking here, coming through turn 2, keeping it close to that curve. Entering the section we call the S's. Really easy to invalidate here. He seems to keep it clean. All the way down to 5th gear there. I would usually only 6th gear. Goes purple sector 1 split. 4th gear through this combo here. Also on exit, that is really easy to get on powered too early like we saw Redeemer did. Coming down to the first of these nice tight 90-degree corners. Keeps it fairly clean through there. Opening DRS on this back straight here. is climbing up and pushing 200 miles an hour. So it looks like he's running a bit of a possibly a lower downforce setup. Get a better straight line speed. Slight lockup on that corner. And upshifting to 4th. You'll see drivers upshift to 5th even there to get traction. Another slight lockup for him, but nothing to worry about too much. Coming through the triple right-hander here. 1, 2, 3 apexes. Keeps it fairly clean. And oh, just invalidates there. That is a shame for the Ferrari driver, but luckily has time to pull into the pits. That was looking to be a good lap.
On another good lap, Kieran Evans goes third, a 1:31.484. I was on board with Kieran as you were with Tweaking. And Kieran just lined that lap up nice and easily. Didn't really make any mistakes, had no twitches. Money goes pole though.
There's Money, a 130.7, so he pips his teammate by a 10th and change.
What Phantom can do. Phantom's really.
As Tyrell Stig has left the session, I have to see if we can invite him back here.
Marlon is slower. Schroeder is up. Schroeder's just crossed the line. 32.0, so Schroeder to P9. Shifts, moves up to P5, 31.4. Anybody else on the laps?
Yeah, the runner of shifts, that's a decent lap from him. Seems to be a lot of competition here with 3 drivers all within the 31.4s.
Yep.
See, if it weren't for the 2 Ferraris, my 31.1 would have been a pretty good prediction. But as we're seeing, the Ferraris are just in their class of their own right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Only 100th of a second.
Money.
Separating Kieran in shifts. 4th and 5th. 100th of a second.
Yeah, so tight battles all throughout the field. There's a couple hundredth difference still between Marlon and Boosted. I think Marlon...
It's been a moment there coming out of 10, 15. He's going to wreck his lap, unfortunately. Yeah, Phantom is going to come into the pits. Doesn't do the mistake I did in a league race not too long ago, where I ended up in the wall.
Larson Fan a 10th, just under 2/10 up on his time. Yep, Larson Fan going purple in Sector 2 there. That's quite a good lap from him. And let's see if he can find even more time through Sector 3.
Brembo crosses the line, goes up to P6 and 1:31.5 in the Red Bull.
Larson Fan getting a bit of oversteer at the penultimate corner. And P3 for the Racing Point. That might be his best qualifying position so far.
And the Biz, 31.4, P4.
So now we have 4 drivers all in the 31.4s. So nice and tight from qualifying here.
Yes, indeed. But with 3.5
Something to note,
left.
Marlon has fallen all the way down to P10 on his medium time, so he's on the sauce looking to improve that. Mercedes
we have got Redeemer and Victor still yet to set times.
Yeah, these guys are going to be cutting it close. Sure, Redeemer isn't happy right now, and his teammate Marlon hoping to improve on his time. The Red Bull Brembo has invalidated his lap. The Biz is going for another flyer, but he is out of ERS, so that's going to hurt his time a good bit as he doesn't have full power deployment. And that's a McLaren half spun around. That's Marlon.
Tweaking 30.2.
Wow, what a lap. Man. I tell you, some of these times Tweaking is sitting right now. This is easy tier 3 pace.
It's insane.
Just almost like over a second faster than, what, 5th place. There's only 3 drivers within a second of him. That's what, as DeBiz goes a 30.8, so DeBiz, now your top 3 all in the 1 minute 30s. Larson fan, that lap puts him P4 now. The Williams of Tito making a nice place up in 5th there.
Interesting that
As the other McLaren,
Redeemer
has
is out.
come out.
Yeah, Redeemer's out, but Victor still hasn't come out. And if Victor wants to set a lap, he
Victor's
needs
out
to
of the
come
pits
out
now.
There we go.
Yep,
Just
Victor's
leaving
coming
now.
out of the pits just now.
Leaving it very, very tight. If he gets stuck in any sort of traffic, that's not going to help.
Yeah, that's
he won't
gonna
be
be
able to
close.
set a time. But Redeemer coming around the long triple right now. Redeemer is about to start his one and only hot lap. So Redeemer, please don't
Larson
make a mistake.
fan retiring, happy with his lap.
Redeemer, we have faith. Don't invalidate. You got this, bro.
Alright, let's ride along with the McLaren here. Uphill braking into turn 1. Down to 2nd gear. See if he stays in 2nd on the exit. Coming through the S's now. Keep it valid. There you go. Down to 6th gear, swinging it through. 5th gear, 24.7 on the first sector. He has a bit of traffic ahead. It's going to be a Mercedes. That's Boosted, who is also on a lap.
As Money
So
goes
Redeemer's going to get a nice
30.1.
slipstream on the back street.
Money has currently got provisional
Oh
for
my
30.1.
goodness. Money goes a 130.1. That is just ridiculous. Marlon up in P3. We missed. Marlon does a 30.427.
I'm watching
Now
Victor
it's down
at
to the
moment.
McLaren and Redeemer.
I
So
don't think Victor's going to cross the line in time. Coming out to the penultimate corner, coming out to the final corner now with only seconds left on the time. 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
the wheel spin on the
flag's gonna
exit.
drop, he's done.
He didn't make it.
Victor didn't
he
make
didn't
it.
make it. Oh, heartbreak for the Haas there. As Redeemer has to sacrifice a bit of time there to keep it in the white lines. Let's see what he can do coming across the line.
P13.
Only P13. That is not what the McLaren needed. Now it's Marlon in a one-man fight against the 2 Ferraris here.
Kieran is going slowly, so Kieran, I'm going to assume, is coming into the pits, as will Marlon.
The Red Bull
Peter
Shredder
is
not on a
going
lap.
slowly.
Kieran not shifts. Phantom is on a lap.
Phantom will be your next car.
Phantom's going to be the last one. Nobody else is on a push lap right now. 2/10 up so far. Slight lock up there.
I mean, if Dan can put this last sector together, he could jump up as high as about P5, P6. He can knock another 10th or so off.
Coming around the final corner. Let's see what he can do.
Right now,
It's a
P5.
30.9. P5. So the 2 Alpha Tauris having a really good showing today in P4 and P5, but nothing is going to stand up to what these Ferraris are laying down. Money Huster to 130.15. That's like middle of tier 2 pace.
That is ridiculously fast.
Man, these Ferraris in a league of their own. And then Marlon just a couple tenths behind him. 5 drivers in the 130s tonight. Yeah, this is looking to be quite the race tonight.
Top 6 separated by a
So Money
second.
Hustard on pole position. Yep, only 1 second within the top 7, really. Top 6, yeah. Money Hustard on a 130.153 is on pole position, followed by Tweaking in P2 and Marlin in P3. The rest of the field is DeBiz, Phantom, Larson Fan, Shredder, Tito, Kieran, Shifts, Brembo, Boosted, Redeemer, Harry Jock, Victor, who was unable to set a time, and Stig, who retired.
I mean, if the race finishes like that, that will be the Constructors' Championship over.
Yep. So, like we said at the start of qualifying here, Ferrari need to outscore McLaren by 19 points, and they will be the Constructors' Champions this year.
Because everyone's getting
A
ready.
bit overcast
It
here.
is.
I
It
wonder
is
if we're going to
looking
see
a little bit
rain at
dark.
all.
It could be quite interesting. If there is rain, that could change a few things. But as everyone's getting ready, Mr. Port, what is your race prediction?
Race predictions. Let's see. I'm gonna go with a Money Hustard win. I'm gonna go Marlin P2, and I think we're gonna see. I'm gonna put Phantom on there. I think a surprise podium from the Alpha Tower driver is in the works tonight.
Okay, that's interesting. I am gonna. It's hard to not pick the top 3. You know what? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say Tweaking's gonna go back to back. I'm gonna say Marlon's gonna get P2, and I don't think that the Constructors' Championship is gonna be over tonight because I think Redeemer's gonna get 3rd.
All right, I like it. At 13th to 3rd for Redeemer. As we get the screen loaded back up here.
So we've got 5 drivers on mediums. Those are Brembo, Boosted, Redeemer, Jock, and Stig. Everyone else is on softs.
Alright, this is gonna be looking to be a good race tonight then. As the formation lap, led by Money here, is on the back straight. If you are liking what you are seeing, please feel free to follow and possibly drop a subscription. If you are interested in joining the league at all, the links are in the chat.
Do it. It's
and
definitely
hopefully we'll have
worth
some
it.
good racing. Yep, I love this league. I race in 2 different tiers. Kieran, I know you race in here too.
I do indeed. But I will be in the next race on the BRL channel after the culmination of this race at, I believe, my memory serves me correctly, it's
9 p.m.
9 p.m. for you guys over in the US of A. For me, it is 2 a.m. over in the United Kingdom, where I currently reside. But it will be myself and I think he's still in chat, Noodle, taking the track in Tier 6.
Alright. Drivers coming up to the front line here. In just a few moments, we'll have 5 lights for round 15, Breakout Racing League Season 6, Tier 5 at Circuit of the Americas.
Intrigued to see who is going to get the jump.
So here it is, 1, 2, 3. No,
Not just yet.
There's no lights yet.
Who's going to take advantage on that 230-meter run up to turn 1? Over to you, Paul.
2, there it is, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go.
Marlon gets off to a
McLaren
really
and Marlon
good
get
start.
a really good start there.
Tweaking really
See what
bogged down, then
happens.
Tweaking's going to come under a lot of pressure from the guys behind him.
Yep, 3 wide back in the field. As Money holds the lead. Marlon Tweaking close down to 3rd. Larson Fan in 4th. The Alpha Tauris going backwards down to 6th and 7th. Tito holding 5th place. Ships having quite the battle. And Stig bringing up the rear there. Redeemer did lose a position. Redeemer's down to 14th off the start.
Come on, Redeemer, you got this.
So the soft runners there really showing what they can do off the start as we have a random yellow flag. I'm not sure what that's for.
Got a lot of Codemasters yellow flag.
Yep, so now we get the enjoyable DRS train here. Larson Fan really close to the back of Tweaking. Is he going to go for a move here, or is he just going to sit behind, pulls out to have a look, but decides better of it? And as we look back towards the front, so Tweaking's already fallen 1.3 seconds off the back of Marlon.
Yeah, Tweaking's very, very much dropped off. Marlon sort of kept as close as he can to Money, and just using the sheer pace that Ferrari has, they both just pulled away. We've got
and then that's the Alfa Romeo Perry Jock around. Let's see if there's any wing damage on that car. I don't see any.
35.7 off the start. Are you insane?
So these Ferrari of Money, they're really showing what he can do tonight. Another random yellow flag.
Yellow flag, there's no one there. Well, thank you, Codemasters. Oh, wait for that to
Meanwhile,
happen.
Victor all the way up to 9th so far.
Victor's had a very, very good start. Oh, and here comes
the timing board is all sorts of glitched out.
You know what? It's sorting itself out a lot quicker than it normally does, so I'll take that. Well done, Codemasters. You've actually behaved for once in your life.
Yeah. Yep, Tweaking still 1.2 seconds back, but the rest of the field all nicely within a second of each other here. Quite the DRS train so far. I haven't seen anybody get a penalty so far, which is good. We're keeping it clean, but track limits do come into play here as we had a Tier 1 driver, believe it or not, get disqualified on time penalties.
Yeah, track limits are definitely evil here. I'm gonna put it out there now. We're about to start lap 3. The time board is slightly incorrect though. We should just be starting lap 3 now. There we go. DRS now will be enabled. I'm gonna say it now. Penalties are gonna play a massive part in this race.
I can agree. Oh, and Harry Jock has parked it again. Did he crash out?
I think it's
Nope, he's moving again. Definitely had a bit of a crash and has spun again. So those tires are probably basically melted plastic. And as he leaves the session, speak of the devil, Brembo picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits.
There was no damage on Jock. I think it was just a loss of traction by Jock.
Yeah, we'll get him invited back to the race here.
We do that. The Biz now with DRS, trying to see if he can make a move on Tito. Tito seems to have been able to pull away from that DRS activation point quite well though. Enough that the Biz can't make a move just yet. Marlon has Tweaking has really closed up to the back of Marlon and Money now. Really starting to put the pressure on that McLaren driver. They have pulled away from the rest of the field as well. 1.7 seconds the gap between Tweaking and Larson Van.
At Victor there, while that was happening up there, Victor was going for a very audacious move on Biz, but it didn't quite work out, so he really gets himself back to P7, but a very good from where he started. Back at the front there, Tweaking has caught up, so Tweaking has now joined the top 3, and they are leaving Larson Fan and P4 behind.
Yeah, these three are sort of just checked out now. I think it's going to be really, really tough for anyone to really sort of catch up. Victor picks up a 3-second time penalty now as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be a real challenge for the guys behind those top three now to try and catch up to these guys, because they're just going to use each other's sheer pace to pull away from the rest of this field now.
Yep, Marlon's super close to Money on the exit there, but so he's got the overtake flowing, down to 35% battery though. Money, see that light flashing there? That means Money is under 10% battery. And there it is. Marlon goes for the move around the outside. These guys are side by side right now. Money holding it on the outside, but Marlon's gonna have the outside now. Money's gonna get the inside. Marlon tries to go for the switchback. He's got it to work, but Money gets better traction.
Tito was the
Man, that was quite the battle.
Yeah,
and then tweaking just hanging on. Didn't really lose time to Larson fan though. You would have thought Larson fan would be able to catch up when they're going side by side like that.
Here we go. This is where you're gonna see it.
Marlon just as close now, and he has DRS.
Just as close as Marlon
Money going defensive. Marlon
tweaking,
trying to go on the outside. Tweaking joining the party there. Man, super close racing from these top three.
Yep. As I think that Victor making a move on the Biz. As Victor up to P6 now. Tito, whilst that battle was going on, did pick up a 3-second time penalty as well. So we've got a few guys now. Strider's just picked one up as well.
As well as Shredder. So 4 drivers with 3-second time penalties so far. But as we jump back to your top 3 here on this back straight, another chance for DRS and a possible overtake.
Here we go. Money, I think Money knew this one wasn't going to go his way, so he's just going to let Marlon go.
Yep, Money absolutely out of ERS here.
Just going to sit in behind the McLaren. He knows he's got tweaking behind him as well, so these Ferraris will probably start working together now to try and push and really put that pressure on Marlon, force the McLaren into the mistake.
Yep, so meanwhile those two were fighting. Tweaking has just been chilling and charging up his battery. Tweaking has 86% of his battery available. So that's going to be a huge advantage if he wants to get past his teammate here, if he thinks he has more pace.
Big advantage.
Marlon, meanwhile, is going to be doing his best to break the DRS, but unable to do it this straight. And Tweaking content to just hang back for right now. That might be a good strategy. He'll be saving some tires by not doing all this battling, so he might be going the 1 lap longer route.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Well, saying that, both guys did come out and just they set brand new lap times in quali, so they will have the same level of tyre wear on those tyres now. So it'll be interesting to see which Ferrari does try and pull rank and take the first pit stop.
Yep, and as of right now, I don't think they're going to secure the constructors. Let's check who has the fastest lap.
I can tell you now, as it stands, they would.
They would, okay.
I
so
believe.
2-3 is substantial. That'd be 33 points for Ferrari, and if they had the fastest lap, that's 34. And then Marlin would have 25.
But no, it wouldn't.
So yeah, that'd only be 9 points.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be enough.
It would go to next week in Mexico.
So Ferrari needs the win here.
Yes. A 1-3 would do it.
Alright, so it's up to Tweaking or Money here.
Oh, someone's gone round.
And
The Biz.
Yep, the Alfa Romeo de Biz there plummeting down the order. As don't see any damage on that car. Meanwhile, Tweaking took that chance to get past his teammate Money. Money's still running low on ERS. He's having to use a lot to keep up with these two.
Ooh, nice big three-way battle here going on between Shifts, Shredder and Brembo. Shredder's just got a move done on Shifts up to P8 now. As these three cars are moving through the S's at the start of the lap, Brembo is looking really, really punchy here
Brembo
against
picking up a time penalty. Money Huster picking up a time penalty.
Ooh, that could
So there you
change
go.
things.
That could change things.
Brembo really looking to make this move on shifts. Will
The
get
Red Bull
DRS
all
though.
over the back of the Renault.
Made sure that if they
The
if
Renault
he was going to
shifts
go
in
for
a
the
Red
move.
Bull sandwich right now.
Oh, Shifts has a little bit of a wobble there. This should be an easy. Oh, see, I was going to say it would be an easy overtake, but I just had a look at my telemetry. Brembo has no ERS, had no battery. Shifts though, round
Shifts
the
gets
outside.
goes very wide. Shifts having to give a couple of those positions back, and now he's under threat of boosted there.
And Kieran Evans.
And Kieran Evans
Taking advantage of that.
So Shifts going wide there really did not help him.
Ooh.
As now the medium runner Boosted has joined onto this party. Lap 7, Boosted's mediums will probably be the fastest tire on track.
It was almost catastrophe with the two Red Bulls a couple of corners ago. They were very, very close to touching. Money's in the pits.
So Money going for the early pit stop as he fits the medium tire. That is going to be a stretch. 20 laps on the medium tires. I bet he's probably hoping for a safety car now, because
I mean, if you're good at
that's going to
looking
be that's going to be difficult.
it is difficult, but if you're good at looking after your tyres, it is doable. It can be done.
Yep. More random yellow flags as
The
the
Biz,
Biz picks up a
3 seconds.
3-second penalty.
Kieran now all over the back of Shredder.
Brembo picking up a penalty, so
Side by side. Kieran will
two
get
drivers have
DRS.
6 seconds.
Beautiful exit of the corner there
Kieran
by
getting
Evans.
DRS, but Tweaking getting past Marlin up front. Oh, and Tweaking gives the
Little-
place back, I think.
Yeah, a little bit of a
He
battle
was,
going
he
on
was
there.
well ahead. But yeah, as we check in on Victor and Phantom, pretty much going side by side here. Victor all over the back of him. Phantom giving him a little love tap there, but Victor trying to hold it around the outside. Can't quite make it work. He's going to have to back out as there's going to be a lot of understeer trying to do that.
Shredder potentially looking to make a move on
The Williams of
Boosted.
Tito in the
Tito's
pits.
The lock up there by Shredder, not too bad. Both able to get on the power nice and early. Had a little twitch as he tried to get onto the power. This could potentially open the door for Redeemer to get himself onto the back of this little battle here. Redeemer
Yep,
didn't
so
have the best
Redeemer
start, but he's now in the points.
Redeemer in the points now, but with the pit cycle, we'll have to see where he ends up coming out. He will be much faster at the end with those soft tires, but
Interestingly, Tito deciding to go for the hard tyre to guarantee the one stop.
yep. So Tito definitely going to the end on those. That won't be a problem. The interesting one to watch will be Money.
Well, I did say it was only a matter of time before Redeemer gets onto the back of this battle with Shredder. Shredder, of course, on those 8-lap-old soft tyres, and Redeemer on the mediums, which will very much come into their own now. This should be a nice,
and
easy
Redeemer-
overtake for Redeemer. Just before the break-in
Very
zone.
nice. Slight lock up there, but keeps it clean and gets past Shredder.
Shredder now needs to watch out for De Beers, who had a little bit of a moment there, coming out of turn 13. As we have got 20 corners here at the Circuit of the Americas. I quite like COTA because it's 20 corners and it's very even. There's 10 to the left and 10 to the right, and it pleases me. I like
Yeah,
it.
that is a nice symmetry. I didn't notice that before, but
Shredder is in the pits along with De Beers. The Biz coming to the pits, I can very much understand. The Biz has really, really struggled on these tyres the last couple of laps. Ever since the Biz had that little spin along that triple right-hander, he's really, really struggled on those tyres. So both of them
he's going onto the hards though.
They've both gone to the hard. Shredder's on the hards as well.
Now that we're at lap 9, lap 10, I think that the mediums can definitely go this hard. Shredder also going onto the hards there, so now we have 3 drivers out on the hards as Tito makes another pit stop.
Brembo and Victor.
More drivers picking up penalties. All throughout this happening, Marlon and Tweaking have pulled a 7-second gap back to Larson Fane in third.
Yeah. Brembo pulls to the left. Should be a nice easy move on Victor for P5. And it is indeed. Gets it stopped before the braking zone. Fantastic move there by Brembo in the Red Bull. And that is P5 for that Red Bull driver. That's Phantom looking to potentially make a move on Larson Fan. Quick look.
Phantom right behind him through the triple right-hander here.
Marlon in the pits. Tweaking stays out.
Alright, so Tweaking's going for the overcut here. I imagine if Marlon gets clean air, though, these mediums are going to be quite fast compared to the old softs. I'm sure Tweaking is...
Money. Keep an eye on Money. Is Money going to come out ahead of Marlon? Money does come out ahead of Marlon.
Comes out ahead of Marlon and makes a move on Boosted. So Money putting as many cars between him and the McLarens as possible as Redeemer also gets out in front of Marlon.
Yeah, just remember though, Redeemer still needs to pit. So it could potentially be the chance for the McLaren cars to work together now to try and catch up to those Ferraris. Use each other's DRS and try and boost up.
Yep. Redeemer, it'll be close if he's in the DRS of Boosted or not.
He is not.
That is no. Okay.
Marlon
So
is
Boosted
in the one of Ghosted Stig.
Yep, so that's going to be Stig getting lapped.
Got him past Tito for P8 on fresh medium tyres. We've got 5 cars yet to pit. And in fact, as we say that, Tweaking's in the pits.
And Shift's getting a move on the Biz down in 11th and 12th.
Larson Fan comes in as well.
Tweaking comes in for his pit stop, fitting the medium tires. Let's see where he comes out. Oh, he's definitely going to get undercut. He's getting undercut hard here. He'll be right on along with Marlon. So Marlon getting let pass by Redeemer, his teammate. And Tweaking now. Let's be right on board of him. You can see just how far back he is from those 2 drivers up there.
This could be very, very interesting now because Redeemer still needs to pit. He could try and hold Tweaking up.
I imagine Redeemer is going to be quite the rolling chicane for his teammate here.
So,
to help his teammate, I should say.
Keep an eye on that gap between Marlon and Redeemer. Expect it to go very, very quickly in Marlon's favour.
Yep, and Marlon getting the move on Boosted here with DRS assistance. So Marlon back up to P3 and Money in P2. So Money getting the undercut to work really well in his favor. When Brembo pits, he will be the lead driver, but he does have 3 lap older tires and a time penalty. So we'll have to see where Money ends up when this is all said and done, but as you said, watch this gap between Redeemer and Marlon here. And see how long Redeemer can hold up Tweaking for.
Indeed. For those wondering what the current situation in the constructors' standings are, as it stands, it would be a 2-point gain by Ferrari should the race finish now. So the Constructors' Championship will still move on to next week.
So Redeemer going defensive here. Able to keep Tweaking behind going into the S's. Very hard to overtake.
Money 3 seconds.
As Money gets another penalty. So Money up to 6 seconds of penalties right now. That is not what Ferrari needs.
It's really not what Ferrari needs, especially if the two McLaren drivers can keep it clean. If the McLaren drivers can keep it clean, this could be a massive, massive points haul for McLaren. And they could really, really close that gap to Ferrari at the top of the Constructors' Champions. Tweaking, still trying to get that move on Redeemer. He's got a very good run on Redeemer this time though. With DRS and ERS, Redeemer pulls to the left to try and defend that inside line. He knows he's not going to be able to hold up Tweaking any longer though. And then it's Tweaking up into
Redeemer
P5.
ceding the position to Tweaking. So as we look at the gaps there, Tweaking is now 4 seconds behind Marlin. So Redeemer did do a good job there holding up Tweaking. But whether it was enough or not, only time will tell.
I mean, it could do, because also from Redeemer's point of view, he knows that just ahead is Boosted, who is on a similar tyre life to Redeemer. So Boosted will look to defend just as much as Redeemer did. So it's not going to be an easy move. It's not going to be easy for Tweaking to be able to get past Boosted and try and get back onto that gearbox of Marlon. So Tweaking's going to have to be really, really careful, especially with tyre wear in dirty air.
Yep. And for those wondering, Brembo, Boosted, and Redeemer, they're the only ones left who started on mediums. Expect them to pit around lap 15, maybe lap 16 for the soft tire, and then they will be quite rapid towards the end.
Yeah, the sort of optimum window. Redeemer picked up a 3
As
second.
Redeemer gets the time penalty.
That's not going to help. Yeah, optimal tire strategy for the medium runners, you're probably looking at, yeah, probably anything from about lap 16 to 18.
Yep. Meanwhile, Marlon, Brembo, and Money are having quite the battle up here, and Money taking back the race lead.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna. Well, Money had to sort of do that, and now Money needs to try and pull a big, big gap to Marlon. Of course, Money has 6 seconds worth of time penalties. Marlon has none.
Yep, it'll be interesting to see how those time penalties actually affect Money in the end.
Tweaking down
Marlon,
the inside of Boosted into the final corner. Fantastic move by Tweaking.
And as we saw there, Marlon up front getting back to P2. So he made quick work of Brembo there.
Still Marlon keeping that 1 car gap between himself and Tweaking. But Tweaking can only, Marlon can only do that one more time now. Because
yeah, and Tweaking has really pulled that. Let's go back to check the gap.
2.6 is the gap between Tweaking and Brembo at the moment, so he's really, really closed up that gap. That
yeah, that 4 second gap is down to about
3.5 now. Yeah, so half a second.
Yeah, so Tweaking getting half a second. He's still got half the race left. As we just passed lap 14 out of 28, currently on 15. No safety cars or even virtual safety cars yet, so kudos to you, Tier 5, for keeping it clean so far.
Unfortunately, this
I
team
really
can't
hope I
accept
didn't
the
just
penalties,
jinx it, but yeah.
2 drivers without penalties. I say 2, well 3
4.
technically. 3 if you count Stig, because of course Jock, I don't think
3 if you
Jock's
count
come
Stig.
back.
Stig is still here, yeah. Hair Jock's AI is just doing laps at this point. I think as well as Stig, he looks ghosted to me.
Shifts makes a move on the Biz, that shifts up to P11. Marlon just about, no, in fact Marlon's just fallen out of DRS range. Does have DRS down the main straight, but has now fallen out of it.
Yeah, we'll see if Marlon has the grip and the downforce to rein that gap in a bit here through the S's to ensure that he'll have DRS on the back straight.
Larson Van currently within about half a second of Phantom. This will be a move for P7 should Larson Van be able to make it work. Tweaking picks up the second.
Tweaking picks up the penalty. Yeah, as well as the Williams of Tito. But that means Marlon is the only one of our front-running Big Four who has no penalties so far. So that might just be the golden ticket for him.
Indeed, Phantom picks up a 3-second time. The Biz picks up another 3-second time penalty.
But Tweaking gets past Brembo again. So Tweaking up into P3.
That gap is about 3.6, 3.7. Phantom around Redeemer. It's Phantom up to P6 now as the Biz makes the move on shifts for P11. Redeemer's going to start coming under pressure from Larson fan now. It's not what the McLaren driver wants. Fantastic move by Larson fan. Can he make it stick though? He can't. Redeemer's going to get the position into the triple right-hander. Larson fan could potentially come back.
Larson fan has the grip though. Yeah,
though.
he's coming back at it. Lovely helicopter shot I'm getting right now. As Larson fan's on the back of Redeemer through the final corner.
We'll get DRS, and this should be a pretty simple move. Even with Redeemer having DRS himself, there should be a move up the inside by Larson fan. And that will give Larson fan P7, and there it is.
Yeah, great job by him. So as it stands right now, Ferrari would not secure the championship because it would be a 2-3 for Ferrari. So we have yellow flags. I don't see anyone.
No, there's definitely nothing going on. That's just that's just a glitch that we're going to get all race, unfortunately. Kieran Evans picks up a 3 seconds.
Picks up a time penalty.
Again, picking up those penalties on those S's, they are really, really hurting these drivers today. Marlon, though, getting close to money.
Yep, a number of drivers have 9-second penalties, most of them with 3 seconds. Your leader, Money Hustler, 6 seconds, and his teammate Tweaking has 3 seconds.
Marlon's just going to try and look to stick to the back of Money as best as he can. He knows Money's going to get DRS from Jock as well, which is not going to help. Well, in fact, I don't think Money did.
He doesn't.
Money
doesn't. So Marlon might be able to make the move here. Money goes defensive. Marlon goes towards the outside for the switchback, though. Is it going to make it work? Does Money have
better traction? Who gets a better traction? I think Money
side by
just
side
gets it.
through the first Ephesus. Yep, Money keeps it.
And that is the medium runners coming into the pits now. Redeemer and Brembo both into the pits on soft tires.
So they made it 17 laps. Boosted's going to go 18 laps on his tires. See, Redeemer does come out back in 14th, but he's going to have a lot of grip. He picks up a time penalty.
He is going to pick up a lot of grip as Marlon takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Past Money on the
Great
DRS
job
straight.
from the McLaren there.
And
neither of those drivers have very much ERS at all, though.
No, they don't. But I'm going to say keep an eye on Redeemer, because Redeemer only has a 3-second time penalty. Those around him have many, many more than Redeemer does. If Redeemer can keep it clean, Redeemer could make quite a few positions up here towards the end of this race, and could give McLaren some more all-important points in the constructor standings. As Money comes into the
Redeemer.
pit, Money's boxed.
Oh, interesting move from him.
Money's
going on
got
the soft tires. So I wonder if Money's going to go for the fastest lap point, seeing as he's probably not going to lose too many positions. Will he make it out in front of the Haas and Williams? It's going to be close, but he does. So he's down in P5, but on fresh soft, so I expect Money to catch back up to those guys.
There's a couple of potential theories here. Theory 1 is that Money's going for the fastest lap. Theory 2 is that Money knows that Money's on the faster tyre, and if he can catch back up to Marlon, he may be able to bridge a 6-second gap. But that could be the other thing. Money purposely trying to go on these soft tyres to try and catch back up to Marlon, past Marlon, and put a 6-second gap in between himself and Marlon so that he guarantees the race win.
Yep, I think Money's going to have to be begging for a safety car for that to really happen. But he will have a lot of pace.
He will. On the note of people with pace, Redeemer makes the move on Shredder. That's a move for P13, so Redeemer
Yep,
up
and
already.
Larson fan on the back of, or excuse me, Phantom on the back of Larson fan might, I don't know, Phantom might be in for that surprise podium I was talking him up for.
Shifts is round.
Oh, the Renault shifts. Spun around and losing a lot of positions there.
And
Shifts all the way
Brembo's
down to
round.
14th, and Brembo. Brembo joins him in the spin club.
People have been
And
watching.
Shifts picks up a time penalty there. Shifts diving into the pits. I imagine he is unhappy with his now probably very warm tires as Boosted gets past the Haas of Kieran Evans there. With a nice tire advantage, so Boosted doing well up in the 9th place. That McLaren in the background was Redeemer. Redeemer are catching onto the back of this pack here.
Shifts and Brembo clearly watching the 2019 Ferrari season review and hitting the Spinella button on their steering wheels.
Yeah, that was a good point about Redeemer only having 3 seconds of penalties, because I think he would jump up to possibly 8th place as of right now.
Especially with Phantom picking up
Maybe
more
even
penalties.
higher.
Phantom's just picked up another penalty. That's Phantom on 12 seconds worth of penalties now as well. Getting close to Larson Fan. There was contact. Larson Fan able to hold on though and maintain that P3, but there was definitely contact between those two drivers then.
Yep, so hard racing there as Larson Fan picks up another time penalty. Meanwhile, that Ferrari of Money has caught right back up to them.
133
And there's
dead.
the fastest lap. 33, that is quite fast. As Redeemer picks up
Redeemer.
another time penalty. So not quite what he was hoping to
Phantom.
accomplish.
Phantom had a moment in Q1. And
Yeah,
Money
Phantom
takes it.
Money gets past Phantom now.
Yep, Money takes Phantom.
So the Alpha Tower driver really struggling through Sector 1 there.
Boosted gets past Victor. Before Victor's able
Just
to
boosted up
regain
to
control.
Boosted in 8th place now, and there is a fairly large gap though between the Williams of Tito up to Phantom there. About 10 seconds.
Yep. Redeemer on the back of Kieran Evans, who's on the back of Victor.
Yeah, meanwhile, Money getting the move done on Larson Fan, so Money is up to P3 again. Now it's Money's. Now Money really needs to put those boosters on and pull the gap so his penalties don't come back to bite him, as he's sitting on 9 seconds of penalties right now.
Is indeed Redeemer down the inside of Kieran Evans. Fantastic move there. That is P9 for Redeemer in the other McLaren. Obviously, he got his teammate currently leading this Grand Prix in Marlon. Redeemer trying to assist with as many points as he possibly can. Again, looking at that penalty situation, it's going to be an interesting one. Because Redeemer could still jump quite a few places here. Providing he keeps it clean.
Redeemer. Yep, Redeemer with the tire advantage, and so he'll have a lot of pace there. And like you said, as long as he keeps it clean, he'll jump a number of places.
We've lost Victor again,
As Victor
unfortunately.
disconnects again. Work on sending him another invite.
Schroeder has passed Victor's ghosted car. Hopefully we can get Victor in sooner rather than later and he can regain control of that car as Phantom getting close to Larson Fan. Larson Fan gets a very, very good exit though out of turn 11.
Yeah,
Phantom now
Larson
with
fan getting a good
DRS.
exit, but he is out of ERS.
Here we go. It's going to be a sitting duck moment here.
Phantom coming up with a lot of closing
up
speed.
the inside.
Does he get the move done? Did he overshoot the braking zone? No, these drivers are side by side. Bit of contact there, but Larson getting the better traction again. Phantom locking up. That's not going to help him. As Phantom stays side by side, is he going to go for a bit of a dive bomb there? Gets alongside Larson fan. Larson fan going slightly wide. Phantom trying to hold it around the outside.
Really hard
And
racing
Larson
between these
fan
two.
hanging on right now. Yeah, these two are battling away.
Victor has
As we got
rejoined
Victor
us.
back in the session. Yep.
Boosted is within half a second of the Bears. This is again a battle for position. This is for P7.
Meanwhile, crucially, Money has got his 3-second gap over Larson fan. So as of right now, Money would hold on to his podium position. He needs to keep that gap up, though.
Go Boosted, pulls to the left.
And there it is. Marlon gets a penalty.
That is gonna change this. Not gonna be too bad.
That's gonna feed right into Tweaking's hands. Tweaking now getting a boost of confidence. He only has to pull up.
Yeah, Tweaking just needs to pass Marlon on track. They've both got 3 seconds of penalties. So all Tweaking needs to do is pass Marlon on track, and Tweaking will win.
Tweaking only has one warning right now before his next penalty.
Look at Marlon.
As we check the race director there.
Obviously, Marlon has
Meanwhile,
just picked
Phantom
up.
getting past Larson fan. Larson fan's still within a second, though, so we'll have to see if he can hang on.
Unfortunately, Phantom did pick up
Boosted
another
getting
penalty.
really
though.
close to
Tito
there.
This is
Tito
a
on the hard
soft-
tire,
yeah.
Boosted on new softs, so this should be
So it's
easy
just-
work for Boosted. He just has to get the
tire
timing right.
advantage. Yeah, it's the pure tire advantage of these soft tires, these fresh softs, giving you so much more delta. So it's just
Yeah,
going to be a
Phantom
matter
up
of
to
time.
15 seconds of penalties, though.
Tito picks
As
up
Tito picks up a
another
time penalty.
3-second time penalty. It should be an easy move. Yeah, Tito pulls to the left.
Yeah, here
Not
goes
gonna fight it.
Boosted's move.
Larson fan
Tito knowing with that
getting close to Phantom.
penalty.
Picks up a 3-second time
Larson.
penalty for his trouble though.
Yep. Right on the back of him, though, through the Sector 1 S's.
Ooh, a little bit of
Getting a bit
twitch there.
squirrely on exit, though.
Which is interesting because Larson fan is on the fresher of the 2 sets of medium tires. It's only by a lap, but they are fresher.
Yep. Still getting DRS, though, out of ERS. So Phantom shouldn't have too much to worry about, but Larson fan will close the gap a good bit.
Big hit! Big hit!
Yeah, that's the
two
Red Bull.
Bulls.
So the Red Bull of Brumbo there losing a large portion of his front wing.
Safety car.
Safety car! Safety car comes out, man.
Because Stig has lost it in the S's.
Oh, yes, that was Stig.
Stig has lost it in the S's. Marlon and Tweaking both coming in now for a free pit stop. And all importantly, soft tires.
I don't see where... I guess Stig must have retired then.
So Stig, yes. So what happened was I just caught it. Stig was in the S's and lost it through the S's, and fortunately lost their front left wheel. So front left tire
People in
completely
the chat,
came off.
last lap soft shootout. Yeah, that's what it's looking to be here. Almost, I expect a lot of drivers to be pitting.
I'm pretty sure everyone is
Tweaking-
pitting.
Money and
in-
Boosted stay out, as
Money
well as
stayed
Redeemer.
out.
So Redeemer pulling track position over tire advantage.
So Marlon came in, Tweaking came in, Phantom came in, Larson fan came in,
Yeah, the
Tito
Red Bulls
came
are
in,
double
the Biz
stacking
came in,
back there.
Kieran came in, Schiff stayed out, Jock has been disqualified for being parked in a
not sure
dangerous
what
location.
that was for. So the front three have caught up to the safety car now. Man, I don't know. Okay, well, let's check penalties. So as of right now, it would be Ferrari wouldn't have enough.
Especially not with the penalty situation for money. Victor has been disqualified from the session for being parked in a dangerous location.
Man, I wonder what that's all about.
It's very, very interesting. But with the penalty situation as it is, money would drop a lot of places. Money would drop all the way down to P7.
Stig saying Kieran and him got into an incident. I'm sure the stewards will take a look at that.
So you have to remember that money has 9 seconds of penalties. So when we go racing again, money has a lot of work to do, and I think this safety car is going to come in at the end of lap number 26. So there's going to be 2 laps of green flag racing.
Just like in Baku in real life, we had a 2-lap shootout at the end.
We did.
We will have a 2-lap shootout here. The interesting, I think, honestly, Boosted's looking in a really. What is the safety car doing? Oh no! Oh no! What is going on? Everyone's getting disqualified. What just happened?
I think
What
the safety car just glitched. I genuinely think the safety car just glitched.
What just happened?
There's no safety car on track.
Is anybody still in the? What in the world is any? I'm literally at a loss for words right now.
Skeppy, if you're in chat,
yeah.
Help.
This is good. We're gonna need the owners on it. What in the world?
Everyone has been disqualified.
Everyone's getting disqualified.
There's no safety car on track. The game has glitched out. The game has glitched. The safety car crossed the finish line to start lap 26.
Yeah, if you look at the map there, the safety car is just hanging out.
It is still sitting there behind, sitting there on the start finish line.
This game has been out for so long, and we are still finding new glitches.
Well.
So there's still drivers out on track, though. Are they going to finish the race?
There are 4 drivers left. They're still technically under a safety car, but of course they're all driving at full speed.
Are they?
Because there's
I can't tell if they're following a delta or not.
The speed they're going at, I doubt it. I don't know if these guys are actually driving or not.
No, they're definitely following. They're following some delta.
Let's see if we can get any clarification as to what's going on here.
Yeah, I don't.
Trying to see if we can get any information, guys. This is not something we thought that we would see. It's a very good point by Bald Guy. Bald Guy has said that it will more than likely be the 90% rule. So it would have been whatever the finishing positions of everyone was when they crossed the line at the end of lap 25. Would I assume be what it is?
Taking penalties into account.
Yeah, so it'll be whatever the finishing positions were when the safety car glitch happened, plus the penalty situation.
We had penalties and intervals up on the stream, so they should have a reference. Man, this is wild. So, quite an interesting finish to the race here.
Yeah. We have got stewards and owners and the like. We have the people that need to be in the know of the situation, aware in the Discord. We're just waiting for a confirmation from admins to decide what is happening. So just bear with us, guys. As you can see, you have still got some guys out on track, but it looks like we are potentially going to be calling it at the 90% distance. So we're just waiting to get the confirmation from COTA. Of course, it's the head league admin here at the Breakout Racing League. So hopefully, all being well, we will get everything sorted. Unfortunately, it's a bit of an anticlimactic finish to this evening's festivities and this evening's race. It's not what we expected to happen. But it's always nice to see that a month out from the brand new game, we are still, as Port said, still getting glitches that we've never ever seen before. So we will just watch as these cars just finish off. Yeah, Noodle has just confirmed in chat. The admins have decided that we will be calling the 90% rule, which means that whatever everyone's finishing positions were, once penalties are taken into account at the end of lap number 25, so when the safety car glitch happened, that will be the finishing positions.
Yep, we have confirmation from one of the owners calling the race at lap 25.
There we go. So there, you've just heard it there from Paul as well, guys. From the end of lap 25, so when that safety car glitch happened, and everyone started getting disqualified, from that exact moment, before any disqualifications took place, that is where we are calling the checkered flag, and that will be the end of the race for Tier 5. We do apologise that it is slightly anticlimactic, but yeah, unfortunately, there's not much we can do with the glitchy game that we had this evening. And there's the safety car.
Yep.
Brembo has crossed the line, the safety car has respawned, and Brembo has gone into the back of the safety car. And, yeah.
TRL Stig.
Yeah,
I don't know
Stig
what's
DNF,
going on there.
Stig DNF, so Stig's
But
technically
it's
in the
still
pits.
counting him for some reason.
Oh, jeez. That was an interesting one to say the least. Yeah, not really sure what else to suggest, but I think we'll just hand over to you, my friend, to wrap things up.
Yeah, alright. I don't think we're gonna do driver interviews tonight, as I don't know what the podium would have been. But yeah, so we'll keep you updated in next week as to the championship implications. But yeah, tune in a little under an hour, about 45 minutes from now, to see Kieran Wright, our co-commentator here, and others racing in Tier 6. But yeah, otherwise, this has been Tier 5 of Breakout Racing League. Interesting ending to round 16 at Circuit of the Americas. And thank you for tuning in.